network. The more you network with people, the more your network grows. So I understand. I really appreciate you for that.
Yeah, but most of the go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, yeah. I was what I managed. What really pushed me is that I am working with a company. I'm working with a company. I'm associated with a company called the Africa Smart Village. So my boss is currently in South Africa, and he was telling me if possible we can look for legit gold sellers from Ghana. Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
Legit
I wouldn't deal with Ghana. 2011, I used to handle Ghana until 2014. I was being screwed in Ghana, and I was scammed in Ghana big time. Right. I wouldn't touch Ghana.
Yeah.
I used to handle several sellers in Ghana, and I bring the buyer. They screwed me. I wouldn't trust anybody in Ghana, no matter what. Listen, I met an official in Conakry. They have a mining symposium in Kalum Hotel in Conakry. I met 2 officials from Ghana. And in the morning, we have a breakfast as a buffet breakfast. I always introduce myself. Good day, how are you today? My name is Mrs. Ford, and you? I always introduce myself. Even the staff, I always greet them, good morning, keep smiling, because you are on customer service. So what happened? These 2 officials from Ghana asked me to help them to promote Ghana. I said, well, Ghana is a good country, but your people is notorious. Yeah. I told them straightforward, and they were surprised with my language. And I told them I was being scammed in your country, big time. Both buyers and sellers screwed me. No, I'm not going to touch Ghana, no matter what. I'm not a beggar. I don't beg to anyone. I live comfortably. So I told this official, I'm not a beggar. I don't beg. I don't ask for buyer. Buyer, come to Wilhelmina because I'm selling myself. I am promoting Africa. Yeah. Can you imagine that? So they were asking, but if you're asking me about Ghana, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't touch, no matter what. I wish you good luck. If you find a gold in Ghana, go for it. Ghana is a nice country, but the people who ruin the image of Ghana, the seller and the agent, there's so many crook in Ghana. I'm telling you. Yeah. So many crook. Sellers are crook, buyers are crook. Both of them are crook. I don't work for crook because one day, one way or another, you're going to be in jail. You do your job, you pay taxes properly, you can get the supply. I can take you to Mali, I can take you to Sierra Leone, I can take you to Conakry. That country, there's also deceitful. I refrain using the word scam. Sellers can deceive you, the buyer also can deceive you. Yes, I know the market. But even though that the 3 countries that I represent, there's also a cheater, but I have to reform them. Their mentality is crooked. Yeah, they're gonna say, no problem, no problem. I don't want to hear that word, no problem. Because at the end of the day, there would be a problem. I told my seller.
Absolutely.
I told my seller, refrain using no problem. Because I don't want to hear that. They were laughing at me. I said to my seller, use the word, we will do it, we will do business with you, we will serve you, we will comply your requirement. But you said no problem. At the end of the day, there will be a problem. That is a bullshit wording to me. Yes. My seller is scared with my language. I even swear with the operation manager. Yeah. If you made a mistake, you have to comply necessary because you're selling. That's the reason why the buyer wouldn't come back. Yes, that's the reason. So now you understand our conversation is live, it's on the record. But don't worry, the buyer that hear our conversation, they might learn from our conversation, and the seller also can reform their style. most sellers have a bad tactic or bad procedure, and I don't deal with bad procedure. I want real procedure. That is why I put everything on my Facebook. Yeah. So you got me?
Yes, I get you.
Any question? What else you want to know from Wilhelmina? Tell me.
Currently, and so you have direct sellers in Mali.
Yes, I do.
Sierra Leone and Guinea Conakry. You have direct sellers.
Yes, I do. They paid my works. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then also when the buyer come to Wilhelmina, I do charge the buyer my travel cost to accompany him. Yes, I do. Yes.
There's no problem because when it's come to having business, I love my boss because my boss is also a very big professional businessman. He always travels almost all parts of the world. So he's a professional businessman with a lot of with many years in the business. So his company is got branches. You see, almost in all parts of Africa. So currently it's in South Africa.
Well, your boss doesn't need me.
Kenya, you went to Ethiopia. You see, you goes to Dubai.
Yes, your boss knows the business.
Ghana, yeah, he travels. Yeah.
Your boss knows the business, so he doesn't need me. Maybe your boss hired you because your boss is busy. You can do business, but to me, I'm very tough. I'm telling you, I'm very tough.
No. You see, no. It's just okay. It doesn't mean that we all need each other at some extent. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what your boss is buying.
Very much connected to some buyers. What we really only need in some, because in my country, Kenya, there's no gold. You see, Kenya got very small quantities of gold. Most of the gold, even from Kenya, is always from DRC. So it is in collateral. You see, it is not even sold in local markets. You see.
Well, DRC is a United. Yeah, go ahead.
And most of it, 98% of the gold in Kenya and in Kampala, and I'm sure that you understand, they always smuggle it. They always smuggle it from
DRC.
From DRC Congo.
Correct.
So, yeah, so you see, the product is available, but the documents are fake, are illegal, and a lot of legit buyers. I think only greedy buyers can go ahead and buy such. But anyway, I'm not criticizing them because I'm just a normal human being, just like everyone. So
I think the gold in Kenya.
Good luck, and I wish them good luck. So, but the people that God has granted us, people that we are connected to, the buyers that we are buying, companies that we are connected to, are very transparent people, very professional. So we'd also like to act the same.
Well, may I tell you
about you? I watch your YouTube channel. I saw your services, and I said, "Oh, maybe this great businesswoman can be helping us," because I was seeing your live clips. You see, in parts of West Africa, and I said, "Yeah, maybe she can help us get connected even to big, government recognized officials. That means sellers, selling companies, gold selling companies. You see."
May I tell you about it?
Actually, I managed to reach out to you because I've learned about you. Otherwise, if I didn't learn about you, I wouldn't have come to you. But I came to you because I understand that.
So how did
you can assist us?
How did you intrigue, and what page on my Facebook? Because my Facebook is really huge. I handle Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. Tell me what page that you saw on my Facebook channel. Tell me. I want to know how did you get my number, and how did you the way you read the procedure, did you learn out of that, or did you really digest it properly? And what did you learn out of that? Tell me.
Okay, the procedure is very okay. Though I didn't go deeply, I didn't watch all the clips. I didn't watch. I watched only a few. Out of 10, I can say maybe I have watched around maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
You see, but at least those 3 have made me believe that you are a legit business person. You are a legit business person. You see, I've also seen you on your page. the Mali gold government refinery.
Yes,
Right?
yes, yes. In Mali,
Yeah. And even my boss a few days ago was telling me, if you can get a good legit seller from Mali, maybe you can have who is ready to work at the recognized government refinery. Maybe
yes.
we can have some business. As you see.
Okay, in Mali,
Also, but on the same thing,
yeah,
I came to it because because I thought one of the things that pushed me is about Ghana. And now you have just confirmed to me that you are no longer interested in doing this business in Ghana.
no.
So that's what pushed me to come to it, because he was telling me, look for gold in Ghana, the legit sellers in Ghana who can maybe accept 39 to 40,000 USD per kg.
No, may I
You see?
may I explain to you about Ghana?
That was the information that he was giving me. So you see, it's my boss, so I have to follow.
Okay, may I explain to you about Ghana so that you can tell your boss? Okay, many years ago, Ghana was really very popular, very very popular. Everybody come to Ghana. Every international buyer come to Ghana thinking they can get cheap price. Now, what happened to the government? The government start to learn that most foreigner come to the Ghana thinking they can get cheap price. That is very dangerous because Ghana needs an income. The seller evaded taxes and the buyer also evaded taxes. Now, the seller doesn't declare that properly. So the Ghanaian government loses income of 90 million a year because of the smuggling going on with sellers and buyers. Okay. Now, during the time when I was there, I studied the behavior, the culture of Ghana. During that time, there are only few refinery like PMMC, AA Mineral, AR Logistic, Bar Purity, and Asap Basas during the time. Today, Ghana, there are more than 14 refineries in Ghana. Why they are there? There is business. But what happened? They couldn't get the gold properly. So the gold coming from Congo is smuggled. Gold coming from Cameroon is smuggled. Gold coming from Sierra Leone is smuggled. Gold coming from Liberia is smuggled. So they bring it to Ghana thinking they can get the buyer. Oh, now. So the gold will put that into the security company. So what happened if the gold deposited to the security company and the rent is very high? So if the seller cannot find the buyer, so then the gold deposited at security company can be forfeited, can be seized. So now the security company has the right to sell the gold and the security company can be custodian. I know, I went to the security company. I was talking to the director. The director said if the seller cannot pay the rent, when you put your gold, they will charge you for 12 months rental in advance. Okay. So the seller paid the security company. What happened if the seller cannot find the buyer? So the demurrage is taking. So I studied that kind of behavior when I was in Ghana. I said, wow. But the seller wouldn't tell. Yeah, they wouldn't tell. So now, the gold is in the security company. The owner of the gold has to find a license to conduit between the local licensee and the owner of the gold, because the owner of the gold has no license. So the gold was being smuggled into Ghana. Very dangerous. So what happened? The buyer will be confused because you're going to charge the buyer a demurrage and the seller cannot pay the demurrage. So that is a lot of problem going on. I was dealing with the AURUM mining company during the time. They are real, but the company has been sold because the owner passed away. So I wouldn't touch Ghana at all. If you're just brokering, you're gonna burn your fingers, I'm telling you. Yes. You're gonna burn your fingers.
I get you.
The biggest refinery in Ghana is Gold Coast. You go on their website, watch their video, where the gold coming from. Sierra Leone, Mali, Conakry, any part of Africa. They travel any part of Africa buying gold and bring it to Ghana. Yes, because gold cost has been given Ghanaian government an incentive, tax incentives. They're gonna refine it and send it to Egypt because that owner is an Egyptian. Yeah. Watch their video, how they get the gold. Ghana cannot supply because there are 14 refineries in Ghana. And the owner of the gold will not deal local refinery. They want to export it directly to the buyer. Because refinery has no money as well. Refinery has to find a buyer to resell the gold to the end buyer. I know that. I know the secret. I know. Even in Dubai, I was in Dubai. I was in the jewelry manufacturer. I know ins and out. That's the reason why people doesn't like my guts. Yeah, they hate my guts. I'm telling you. They blog me that I'm scammer. I don't know how much I scam them. They're all stupid, accusing me. I live comfortably in Australia. See?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about those false accusations against you.
Well, I don't care.
Fight for you, and God will prove them wrong.
Well, I don't care. They blogged me. I told them good luck. There was a lady from South Africa. They blogged me. They copied my picture. Her name is Winka Dreyer. She's a white lady. She attacked me. That she said to me that she will give me, she will make me famous, and I told her I will make you famous instead. Yeah. See, people copied my pictures on my Facebook. It's alright. And I put all my name. I don't care. The more you copy it, the more they're scammer, they're cheater, they're thieves. Why they're thieves? They steal my picture. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. Yeah. So they cannot compete my caliber, because I told everyone never double cross with this woman, because I'm not going to buy your stupid act. They're all thieves. They hide their faces. To me, I'm not hiding my face. I'm not. I'm not. Why should I hide my face?
Very true.
I'm not a criminal. Those scammers creating scam page, they're all criminals. They're all thieves. Why they hide their faces? Why? That's my question. So one of my friends said, "Oh, Willie, you have been blogged." I said, "Good luck. Good luck to them. I don't know them. The more they blog me, the more I become popular. Why? Because I'm here live. I'm explaining to you guys that I don't know how much I scam them. I was being scammed in Ghana. The lady, her name is Pamela. Her screen name is Angelique Kuka. I'm not yet finished. Now when I discovered, she changed her name. She scammed me. She's a Ghanaian lady. I'm not finished with her. I will come here to my place in Australia. So that is a scam, big time. I was naive during the time. And I told her I'm not finished. And I told her you pay installment. Yeah. Now she's now in a ministry. Her name was changed. Her name is Pamela. But in the beginning, her name was Angelique Kuka. I have all the document with her, but I told her I'm not finished. Yeah. I'm not finished with her. She scammed me big time. I worked so hard with my money, and my money was being used by stupidity. She's a mastermind of scam. So, she's a scammer because I let her come to my place in Australia. We welcome her, thinking that she's a princess. Oh, it's a big story. That's anyway. That's why I don't touch Ghana. I even mentioned that to the minister of Ghana. And that minister said, "Who is that lady?" I said to him, "I will give you the number of that lady." Yeah. So that is the reason why. So anyway. So, any question you want to ask more?
I think I'll communicate with my boss, and then I told her that because I told him yesterday that I'm looking forward to talk to you. And maybe if we can have do this in Ghana, but since you told me that it is impossible with you, I think I'll talk to him. I'll show him Mali, Sierra Leone.
Yes.
Because at some point he was also interested in Mali.
We have tons of gold.
Mali. We do this from Mali. I'll talk to him about that in Mali. That it's already available in Mali. I think, and then maybe we can have a brief Zoom call.
Yes.
Before, first of all, good introduction. It's good that now you know me. I send you my picture, so no problem.
We can have a Zoom picture.
Name. You can just see me, no problem.
Well, if you have an Skype, okay, because I don't have a Zoom account, Skype is better. You download the Skype and also your boss. I welcome your boss. I would like to meet your boss because this is business, right? And Mali and Conakry and Sierra Leone have plenty of gold. I just want to interview your buyer because I can identify his needs and just inform your buyer that Mrs. Ford is very tough. Just inform.
Okay, no problem. You see, my colleague is not a buyer. He got an introducer company. Is my boss is connected to the buyer. So you see that the so-called introducer company to the buyer. It's not the real buyer. But when after we meet on Zoom and you know him better, no, on Skype and you know him better, I'll talk to him about Skype and you know him better. Then maybe you can bring your seller on the call and then maybe we can bring our buyer on the call. How do you feel about that?
What I'm gonna do, I have to interview first the buyer. Okay, this is how professional. The seller hired Wilhelmina to handle. So I am the extension of the seller. I am the key to get the supply. When I interview the buyer, I understand your position. When you read the full corporate offer on my Facebook, then you and your partner can talk to the buyer, right? The buyer has to read and the buyer has to know the procedure. So when the buyer will send a formal letter of intent to purchase coming from the buyer, Wilhelmina will screen his L.O.I. Okay? The L.O.I. means he is going to introduce himself that he is intending to buy. That is the proposal.
The letter of intent, I understand.
Now, when I receive that, attention to Wilhelmina, I will review that. When I review, then I said, okay, you meet the criteria. First of all, before I'm going to say you meet the criteria, this is not CIF. This is not cost, insurance, and freight. This is F.O.B. Why F.O.B? Mali, Sierra Leone, Conakry, they need cash, right? And they need to pay the tax. So, you are buying gold plus government sales tax. That is normal. Everybody pay the tax. So the owner of this gold has to declare that to his government that he is going to export to you, to your buyer. So the payment has to be bank to bank in order to see the cash inflow reflect into the seller's bank account. So the payment takes 3 working days from the buyer's bank account to the seller's bank account. Okay, after the clearance, that is the time the owner of the gold will process the export documentation. Yes, without that, your buyer would fail. Africa doesn't entertain CIF, cost, insurance, and freight. No, that is normal. You have to pay the shipping logic, and you have to insure the gold. That is normal, but you have to pay the gold. Yes. So you understand what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I understand. I understand you.
So you must remember our conversation is live, right? You must remember our conversation is on the record so that everybody understand our conversation. This is really very educational. Yes? Very educational.
No problem. I have no problem with that. That is just okay. I have no problem with that. It's okay.
So I wish to help everyone because I have the experience. I've been in marketing for 36 years. Buying and selling exactly the same. You pay the products. Yes. Yes. And I do charge my services. When I travel with the buyer, I need to be with the buyer because if there is an issue, I have to be on the ground to find a backup. Because even my seller, sometimes my seller is crooked. I'm telling them that please, when I bring the buyer, make sure that the buyer is satisfied because buyer using my services. And if I'm not happy, my language is really very bad. Yeah. My language is not really very good. My language is very colorful when I get angry. Yes. So I hope you're gonna be aware of my language. Recently, I swear my operation manager, there was a little bit of issue with the documentation. And I told him, fix it. Fix it. So now they fix it. So it's really, I'm very tough. Even the operation manager in Conakry, he's really scared with me when I get angry. Yes. And even in Mali. Yes. I swear. You haven't heard a woman swearing foul language. You haven't heard that. To Wilhelmina, yes, you will hear. Yes. Yes. I have a foul language when I get angry. Yes. Yes. Even in real estate.
I just like you.
Even in real estate. When we have a meeting, everybody have a foul language. I learn from them. Yes. I teach African seller to be professional. I know they're crooked. Their mentality is money, money, money. You wouldn't get the money until the export documentation properly done. Until. Yes. Yes. So now, I explain to you, live video conference, everybody can hear our conversation. They might learn out of our conversation. Yeah, they might learn. And you will see that you can hear our conversation on Facebook in a few minutes. Yeah.
Oh, you're posting it on Facebook?
Yes, and also on my YouTube channel, automatically. Because when I interview the buyer, my system is automatic. It's automatic. So don't be scared. You're not hiding yourself. Why you gonna be scared? I interview you properly. Yeah, you don't need to be scared. You're just like to apply for a job. You have to tell who you are. When I apply for a job at real estate, and the company said, Wilhelmina, what you can offer? My question is very simple. I have an experience. I can offer my services. Yes. The buyer is also, Wilhelmina, I want to buy gold. Yes. I offer my services to you. Yes. Wilhelmina, I have the gold. I am the seller. Yes. My services is not for free. Something like that. You got my point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see that I'm very blunt? I'm very straightforward? Because you're going to learn out of our conversation. Yes. And you can apply it to yourself. Yeah. Any question?
No, that now, the only, no. For now, I think I'm done for now. So the next move that I'm going to do is, I think I have just to download the Sky app.
You will see that I will give you my main page on Facebook. That is my platform. That is my online store. Now, I'm going to summarize our conversation. You mentioned a while ago that you are from Kenya. The gold in Kenya is not much. Yes, the gold from Kenya coming from Congo. Congo is United Nations embargo. So they bring it to Kenya in order to change the ownership. Yes. You must remember, a few years back, a royal family of Dubai was being scammed in Kenya.
Yes, very true.
It was in international news. Why? The royal family trusted the company in Kenya, right? And they were being offered cheap price. Think about it. If someone offered you cheap price below the market value, think about it. That is impossible. Because that is money. So the royal family lost $24 million because of that incident, because of that carelessness. Yes. You hear that on YouTube channel that it was international news in Kenya. Have you seen that video?
Yeah, it was even the deal was even conducted. The headlines were saying that it was being conducted by some senior government officials who are behind it.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was in international news. We knew it was all over.
Yes, all over the world. Yeah.
So we know it.
Yeah. So that out of that video, I always advise the buyer, start a trial. Don't jump into big quantity. Start a trial at least 10 or 20 kilos to start with.
Absolutely. Very true. Very
yes.
true. From 10 or even 5. You can even start with 5.
Yes, and then you increase your order for 12 months. We will put that on the contract. On first trial is 5 or 10, but minimum is 10 kilos because it's not worth it to travel. There's a little bit of profit, but 10 kilos, yes. 10 kilos, then second shipment start 50, then third 500, because you need to build your trust. You need it. But if you jump into tons of gold, I really don't encourage the buyer like that. If you're gonna say, "Oh, my buyer have a private plane," I'm not buying that, because it's really very crucial. Start a trial first. That is my advice.
Yeah, thank you very much, my dear friend. I really learned a lot from you. I really learned a lot. I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna send you my invoice. I'm gonna send you my services, my invoice to you. You have to pay my services, asking me a question, and then I give you the answer. But anyway, so nice talking to you, and you will hear from our conversation, and also the future buyer can hear that gold is really a very lucrative business, very. And I wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, bye. To all buyers around the globe, I just finished talking to a gentleman from Nairobi. Secure now your order for 2023. The price of gold is getting higher and higher. The real seller would not sell under value. I'm telling you, our selling price less 8%. Out of the world market price. Today is Saturday, right? The price of gold is almost 58. What's the price on Monday? Because there is no stock exchange. There's no working day in New York. So the price of gold, it fluctuates. There is a prediction that 2023, the gold will rise to 2,000 per ounce. You multiply that, 32.50 equals, I'm going to use my calculator. Assuming middle of 2023, 3,000 per ounce times 32.15 equals 96,450. I don't know if you can afford. Now, you buy from us. Wilhelmina is an extension, and Wilhelmina is a gatekeeper. Right? Wilhelmina will guide you, and Wilhelmina will assist you. You are using Wilhelmina's services. And Wilhelmina will charge you, Mr. Buyer. When I travel with you, right, on 2023, I do charge my services to cover my expenses to be with you, right? Non-refundable. Because when I buy the ticket, if I don't fly, the airline would not refund my ticket. If I'll book my hotel and today the hotel will not refund, they ask for advance payment, right? The food, there is no free in this world. My services online, you will gain out of our conversation with a gentleman. But if you cannot afford to pay my services, therefore you cannot afford to pay the products, because you're buying money to make money. Do you think I'm going to give you for free? that at the end of the day, you become multi-billionaire? Do you think? I don't think so. And the seller produced gold. The seller would not give his gold for free either. This is not CIF. This is not LC. This is not escrow. This is not SBLC. If you are dreaming, don't come to Wilhelmina, because this is F.O.B. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening. Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year. Book your trip for 2023.